I've seen a post that said raising girls is more difficult compared to raising boys. And I took a minute to process it. I'm like, I don't really think raising girls is difficult compared to raising boys. In my experience, it's actually the opposite. But then the difficulty depends on you as a parent. Like what do you consider difficult? Like, I know obviously girls are more likely to fall pregnant. So if they fall pregnant when they are teenagers, then that might be a difficult or a stumbling block that's considered difficulty. But at the same time, you have boys. Boys do a whole lot of crazy things. They steal, they ride motorbikes, they do gangs. I'm not saying girls don't do that, but mostly boys do that more. And then they rob banks, they do all funny things. Like, I'm a girl mom, first of all. Let's start there. Maybe let's start there. I'm a girl mom, and I grew up in a family of, I had 4 siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And my sisters were more responsible compared to my brothers. Like my brother, one of them drinks a lot, and he's been a wild child growing up the whole time. The whole All his childhood, he's been a wild child. He would ride donkeys, and he'll come home with broken arms. He would be fighting with other kids. He's always been there protecting us, obviously, and sometimes out of his way just to beat people because he was naughty. He still is naughty. He's a wild child. He's always been a wild child. Now he's a wild man. And considering that, and what I know about, considering that, growing around him and everything, and the community that I grew up in, I think the difficulty is actually equivalent, because like I'm saying, are more prone to stealing, harassing, raping, killing, those things. Girls can do them, the chances are low. And then girls, on the other hand, they get pregnant, they do drugs, kinda lowered by boys most of the time, and they run out of homes, I think. But mostly the community that I grew up in, kids were getting pregnant from 12, 13, from 12 years, 13. So that was the most challenging part, teenage pregnancy. There's a lot of teenage pregnancy cases where I grew up. So when you compare the two, I think you have to personally decide which one do you think it's hard. Dealing with the drugs, them going in and out of jail, harassing and killing and doing all that. Do you consider that the simplest way, or these ones who bring kids into your home because they got pregnant at 12 years, and then they ruin their studies, and then they turn into alcoholics, and then they're selling themselves or whatever, or that? Like, which one do you consider difficult? Is this one that if you consider the boys okay because of that, then that's on you. And then if you consider the girls safe because of that, that's on you. But personally, I'd say boys are more wilder than girls. We have wild girls, I know that, but there's a few. Like 2 out of 10 girls will be wild, but 4 out of 10 boys will be wild. So when I saw that post and says girls are more difficult to raise than boys, I was like, no, that's not true. That can't be right. I'm a girl mom, obviously I'm biased, but still, I have brothers, I have uncle, I know what I'm talking about. Given my history and where I grew up, I say men or boys are more difficult to raise than girls because of that, the gang and all that. I can deal with pregnancy. A kid comes home pregnant, I can take care of that. And then if they get into alcohol, they become alcoholics. I think most kids do at some age, and then eventually they grow out of it as like a stage. I suppose is the stage too with the boys. At this point, I don't know which one is it, but listen, what I'm saying is, I think girls are more easy to deal with than boys. Maybe it's a good thing I have 2 girls, because then I have dealt with them. I know how to deal with them. But there are boys that are actually good boys that I've seen, like good boys, well behaved, never got into trouble. They're always responsible. And I'm like, why didn't you become my brother? When I have this brother, I love my brother, but he's a lot. But anyway, there are those responsible one, and there's a few. I think it's a mixture. It depends on who you get, really, to be honest. Like, who did you order? Who did God bless you with? If your child is a wild card, oh well, too bad. It has nothing to do with the sex. So I think it's just like the same home mom divide, where the stay at home mom versus the working mom. Come on. A mom is a mom, okay? And a child is a child. It depends on your child. Are they going to be wild? Stop judging and grouping because you're trying to cause a divide. I think mostly people cause divide unnecessarily. You can have a hard child, a hard girl child, and you can also have a hard boy child. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, kids are kids. They're going to do whatever they do. We've been there, done that. Some of us less than others, but hey, it's a thing. Okay.